In SQL, handling missing or null values is essential for reliable data analysis and application logic. Thankfully, we have the SQL COALESCE function that provides a simple, standard way to return the first available non-null value from a list, making it a go-to tool for cleaning data, setting defaults, and building resilient queries across modern databases. When the need to deal with null values arises, multiple queries come into the scene and the SQL COALESCE function is one of them. In simple terms, this function is a fallback mechanism for missing data, and its only task is to return the first non-null value from a list of values. This function is employed with a select clause and looks like so. It takes a list of values, and its only task is to return the first value that is not null. By using this function, we are telling the database if this is null, try the next option, and keep going until the value is no longer null. As such, this function is used to assist in a variety of different tasks involving null values. We can replace null with a default value, we can use the function to update null values, we can handle missing values by effectively saying if this value isn't null, use it, if not, use one instead when performing statistics-related calculations, we can use the function to perform sorting operations by pushing null values to the end of the result set, and we can also use this function to implement a fallback order. In modern data systems such as event streams and APIs, this function is a powerful tool for handling missing values, enforcing defaults, and stabilizing queries. At the same time, every substitution changes the semantics of your data. Use this function with care, not just to fill gaps, but to preserve meaning, and make sure it's the right tool for your use case before implementation. Here's an example. If we have a query like this, that would return 1 once a value in the column is null, but what would that number signify? Is it an unknown value or exactly one row? Dubious, right? Database management systems have alternatives for this function. Each one of them takes 2 arguments. We have ifNull for MySQL and SQLite, isNull for SQL Server and Sybase, and NVL for Oracle. The key difference between those functions in COALESCE is that COALESCE is supported by all databases supporting standard SQL, it's portable, standard compliant, and takes more than 2 arguments, while all other functions are specific to database management systems and take 2 arguments but no more. All 3 of these queries would produce the same output. To sum up, the COALESCE function returns the first non-null value from a list of expressions. Use it when you need to replace null values, set default values, or create fallback logic in queries, calculations, or sorting. This function is commonly used in select queries to display default values and in update statements to replace nulls in a table, but at the same time it must be used sparingly and with care.